too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet, hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella love. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging, we go and come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right, it feels
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanity.
And a warm welcome to it, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally here. We are back for week 3 of the Ekasi Esports FIFA 21 series. Kalibito Kuratile Musimere and besides. Oh, Ngwanana Musu. You just had to clarify. We're having a debate. Yeah, okay. Now, but we'll jump into that later. Before we jump into anything else, guys, I'd like to make a sincere apology of an incident that happened last week. I mispronounced a player's name and I mistranslated into something that was very, very offensive, and I take full responsibility for it. I apologize to the player, I apologize to their family, I apologize to his organization as well. His name was Divak, and I said it was something very offensive, so I apologize for saying that, guys. And yeah, man, I made a mistake. It wasn't my intention to do so, and I hope I don't want to make the same mistake in the future again. So anyone who was offended by me saying that, I apologize, guys. Yeah.
Now, moving on to other things like
Yes.
today's games.
Okay.
Which I'm really looking forward to since it's week 3.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, definitely, man. What's it? Baki Ekasi Esports FIFA 21 series, get action. It's always going to be jam-packed. Get action, Mona.
and it's always something that you won't
a
expect.
surprise, exactly.
And you'll
Hoping-
always be left shooked.
Exactly.
Just like last week.
Definitely, and that's something I'm looking forward to today, surprises. That's why we love FIFA. That's why we like soccer. If it's predictable, guys, it's like, you
Yeah.
understand? So, yeah. So, anything you're looking forward to this week?
This week, I don't know. I think I'll let this one be a surprise because
Okay.
last week, even after my research,
Disappointment.
no, I don't want to say
Yeah.
disappointment,
Okay.
but then it wasn't what we all expected.
Yeah.
And even now, I'm sure you're also still disappointed.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, repping the Ekasi. You check what I'm saying? It's repping the Ekasi. But
Hey.
anyways, yeah, man, it's FIFA 21 series. It's a cutthroat competition. Anyone can win. As long as you've got your A game, bring it on.
Well, talking about A game, the person that seems to be having their A game on
Yeah.
ka full force is Ako.
Ako,
He's
yeah.
been winning.
Been
and he's
winning.
been doing the
Crazy
most.
impressive.
And he's on number 1. So
Number 1 with 14 goals, I think. He scored 14 goals. For anyone to reach that, wow. But like I said, who knows? Number 12 might come up to the top. Anything can happen. Because it's still week 3, you know, it's still new.
yeah, it's still week
We're
3,
still
but
new.
then you know how fast days goes.
Yeah.
Week 4 will be here before we know it. And I don't know about maybe number 6
Yeah.
or 5
Yeah.
or maybe the top 5.
The top
Someone
five.
can
Someone might
take
actually
the
come
first
up.
spot.
Yeah,
You don't
definitely. So
know.
you are saying, that's your prediction. You're saying right now it's the battle of the top 5.
Let's make it top 8.
Top 8. Okay, that's an interesting pick. Okay, yeah.
They're very close. So I'm
Yeah.
like, hey,
And those are the people who progress through to like the, you know, to the next round, the top 8. You know, they're gonna be placed into group stages, and it's just going to be like a classic tournament, guys. Yeah, lots of fun, guys. Lots to look out for, and of course, guys, we cannot forget Vodacom. We are powered by Vodacom World. You know, if you guys are looking to, you know, equip yourselves up with, you know, a young technological
a
device.
young upgrade somewhere there.
Yabo, a speaker nyana, anything, a device, a phone, anything, you know, everything is on the screen. I'm sure you guys can see, you know, all the sales right there on the screen. And then if you guys want to know more about the tournament as well, the tournament page is in the description. So yeah, that's it, man.
And also the social media, you know,
Yebo.
interact.
Yebo,
No
sister.
comment below on the stream. Do
Yeah,
the
bro.
most.
Are we? Today's match, that's something we should be looking forward to. Today we're streaming Nkomo, what's his name? I think his name was Nkomo. If our
There is
producer can
Nkoma,
clarify. Yeah.
I hope he's saying it right.
Yeah.
But along with Reezy, rather
Along with
versus
Reezy,
Reezy.
yeah, a name that we are familiar with, someone you got to see perform, yeah, and judging by his style play, do you have anything to say about that?
I think if he could have learned from the games that he played
Yeah.
the first week,
Yeah.
then he could
He might have a
probably-
chance, yeah.
Might have
Yeah.
a chance.
I think he's in the
yes.
top 10. Is in the top 10? I think so. Hey guys, I need to get my glasses. Hey.
We both
we
need
both
to get,
need to see. We are
on-
blind, by the way. Like, it's so tough to look at this screen, guys. Like, yo.
I think it's the lighting. We're not blind, it's
Yeah.
the lighting.
Is it the lighting?
Yeah, we can blame it on other things. We are allowed to.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the players will probably blame something like,
Yeah.
PSC ambenyeko credit.
Yeah, but our network,
Yeah,
yeah.
network.
We saw someone do that last time.
Not
yeah.
Bobo.
He was just like, network, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, yeah, man. Yeah, we hope you guys have a great match. Enjoy this match. It's Nkomo up against Reezy. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned. We're gonna take this over to Sam Plays and a newcaster here, and leave a comment, guys.
So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide.
sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? What can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're superhero. You're superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero? Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for. All
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in into the FIFA 21 series hosted by Ekasi Esports. It's your boy Sam Plays, and next to me I've got Eugene. We're going to be giving you guys the lowdown of what's cutting today. My friend, how you doing?
I'm good, Sam, and you?
I'm all good. I'm just excited to see this game, and I can already see that it's underway. So, just to give you guys a little bit of more background, we're going to be jamming who Rizi is going to be playing as France, and then we've got Nkamu. Sorry, let me just make sure. Nkomo Dek. Yeah. Correct. Nkomo Dek is going to be playing as Bayern München. We're keen to see this game. And I know, I'm not sure if you've seen the other few games before. Have you seen week 1 and week 2?
Yeah, I've seen week 1 and week 2, and it's been brilliant. Some of the games on show, they've been top notch, of the top level. So I'm excited to see today's game as well.
100%. Yeah, and in the first week, we actually got to watch Rizi play, and he was actually here physically, but unfortunately, he had lost his first game. It was a really tough one to watch. But the second one, he actually came back and he did a really good thing. So I kept talking to Tabo about this one. When it comes to the game of FIFA, you just never know which way it's going to go, you know?
You do. You just never know. I think you need to use the opportunity that you have. I think they're only left with, 4 games?
Right.
And it's 2 today. They need to make sure. You need to make sure, because you need to stand up and be counted today. Because if you don't, time is just running out.
And it's one of those things. Yeah, time is running out, and right now the last few games are the ones that count the most, you know. And what I see now is that we can already establish. Let's just looking at the league, who's at the top. We've got Aku at the top, who's currently sitting with a 17 goal difference and 12 points. So he's won all 4 of his matches, and he's doing really well. And for example, the players that are playing right now, now, Nkomodek and Rizzi, those ones are not in the top 16. So from your side, what would you say to someone that's currently not in the top 16 and they only have 4 games left? What do you think is going through their mind, and what would you tell them right now?
What's going through their mind is they're a bit nervous because they're scared that they're not going to make it. So what I would say to them is, sometimes it doesn't matter how you start, but how you finish. You need to make sure that you finish very well, because you could just sneak in at the last moment. So just make sure you don't lose any games moving on. But make sure that you score. You utilize your goal, your chances. Don't give up chances as well, and make sure that you convert and put the ball at the back of the net.
Like such wise words, man. I'm sure do you play FIFA a lot?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do play FIFA a lot.
Yes. No, the words just came straight out of your mouth and they were perfect. What a great piece of advice that I would also give to those players as well. It's all about how you finish, and it's all about making sure that you make every chance and every opportunity count.
Yeah.
Because everything is it's a game of statistics. We're looking at goals, we're looking at goals conceded. So you really want to make those stats count in the situation.
As you just mentioned, you're looking at goal difference. So you need to start calculating what do I need to reach that top 16 place, because if you just go there casual, you're gonna suffer and it's not gonna be nice.
100%. Guys, it looks like we do have a bit of footage here, so we can actually see what's happening in the game. Currently the score difference, or the goal difference, is still 0, so now no one has conceded, no one has scored anything. And I mean, I can't really have any predictions or any estimations of what's going to happen. Again, it's the game of FIFA. It can go either way, depending on you and how you play and your play style. But one thing Tabang said last week, which I really enjoyed, a really great piece of advice, was the first 10 minutes, the first 20 minutes, those are the ones where you use to observe your opponent, understand what they are capable of and what they can do. What do you think about that piece of advice?
I think that's accurate. You need to weigh up who you are playing against. Sometimes you can watch the person you're playing against on stream and then watch them play, but you need that first 10-20 minutes to feel how they play against your kind of play, because just watching them isn't enough for you, because you need to see how they react when you've got the ball. You need to see how they react when they've got the ball and you're pressing them. So I think, yes, it's true that first 20 minutes is vital. But another thing, the last 10 minutes is also vital, because many players tend to change their games, tend to switch their playing style when it's approaching those latter minutes of the game. So I think it's accurate as well that the first 20 minutes are vital in a game.
Correct. And I think on the flip side, I'd also have to say, I worry a little bit about the observational tactic approach when it comes to the first 20 minutes, because I feel like the first 20 minutes is probably the same thing for your opponent, right? They're also trying to observe. So I think they're less on the steering wheel. They might be a bit sleepy. They might not know exactly what's going on. And that's when you take full advantage of that, where you come in with aggressive with the goals and the counter attacks and take every opportunity that you can get in those first 20 minutes.
Yeah, I have, I've spoken to a few guys, and they would pause and check what formation their opponent is playing, just to try to counter it. And I would advise people to say, don't focus too much on what the opponent is doing. Focus on your strengths. Focus on how they are reacting to your strengths, rather than looking at their weaknesses. Because if you don't focus on your strengths,
what a beautiful goal! What a beautiful goal coming in from Nkomo, placing it in right there. Oh man. And that's just how you start off the game, hitting a goal, first goal in the 30-minute mark, and he might just be able to actually take this one home.
He might, because I think one of the things when you play FIFA that you need to focus on is the players that you're using, what foot they are using,
correct,
and positioning them perfectly. As you can see with that goal, that he made sure that it's on Serge Gnabry's stronger foot, which is the right. And we know that the finesse is strong on this game, and he finessed it perfectly at the right corner.
And it's all about the finesse. And here we can see Rizzi. He's going to try his counter attack, playing it nicely on the wing, making sure that he finds space and his players in place for him to be able to take over these opportunities. And playing it just outside of the box, trying to find his man. He might be able to just slice it in there, but instead he hangs on to it. Few skills there just to try and beat his opponent, but not really working out. And really, Bayern München making sure that he just can't get into the box, playing it super, super well. But it's all about those small, accurate passes. Might be able to break through once again. Skilling in the box, but just not being able to get his right opportunity for him to take that shot.
What I like from him is ball retention. He seems to be able to retain the ball. When he loses it, he just gets it immediately. But yeah, as you said, Nkomo Deg isn't allowing him to get into the box, isn't allowing him to get that final shot. And it's proving to be quite a mission for him, because now he's in got the ball. But yeah, I think it's half time now.
It's crazy. I mean, he really managed to keep the ball outside of the box until he ran out of time. And going back to that ball retention thing, nothing frustrates me more than intercepting, but your opponent still maintains the ball. And I can only imagine what's going on by Nkomo there, for just having always trying to intercept, always trying to get the ball back, but it keeps falling back into the place of Rizzi.
Yeah, but I think, for him to keep the cool, because when you are in a situation like that where your opponent is busy winning the ball in front of your penalty area, all you need to do is to keep calm, and that's what he's got there, the calmness, the composure, to just keep calm without the ball and keep possession, and not just rushing into tackles and offering him space. That's vital for him to be able to keep a clean sheet at this moment in time.
And I think the key part there is staying calm in these situations. Any amount of stress and frustration might just be the reason why you might concede a goal, Yeah. So here we go with Rizzi once again, trying to penetrate the defense, playing it very aggressively and forward, but again, making sure that possession is the number one key play in this one. Really using the skills to his advantage, and he managed to put one in the back of the net, finally getting that equalizer there.
Dembele there with the fake shot, La Croqueta, and making sure that he places that one on the opposite corner to what we thought, because that one was supposed to be going to the right of to the left of the goalkeeper, and went into the right because of his 5-star weak foot there, Ousmane Dembele, and yes, it's 1-1.
Great. I mean, just amazing how the things can just balance the tides again. Everything is back into the race, and Rizzi finally has a chance to just get back into it by equalizing that goal, playing it very smartly, and that once unpenetrable defense finally found a weak spot, and he might just be able to do it again with a very beautiful counter attack. But luckily, Nkomo gets his hands on the ball before it became a deadly situation.
I think Rizzi has just noticed that the skill moves might just be the way to go in terms of him, and we see there a goal that is being disallowed for offside. In terms of him being able to break down that defense, he needed a skill. So I think we're going to see him more using those fake shot into the La Croquetas and fake shot into the La Croqueta, to make sure that he passes that solid defense of Bayern Munich, the former champions of Europe, that have just been dethroned by Chelsea last week.
No, correct. And I think it's one of those things. I'm not the particular skiller myself. I really try to avoid those, because anything can go. But if you manage to master those skills, manage to learn how to use that right analog stick to your advantage, then you can really up your game and put you in a position where some people just can't do anything against it. If you're really good with those skills and you can beat your next man, if you can beat those one-on-one situations and get the ball behind the back of the net, you really are, I would say, at a more advantage than your opponent.
You are, and in a game such as this one, where it's, as you can see, it's not a fast-paced game. It's a slow game, and in a slow game, you really need to use them at your advantage. As we see there, Neuer with a very good save after a very good move by Rizzi to make it 2-1. But yeah, as I was saying there, you need skill moves in a game that is closely managed as this one, that is closely played and at a slower pace, rather than those fast-paced games. You need skill moves to penetrate. And in Dembele, in Kingsley Coman, you've got very particular players who are able. The pressing there came up with a goal for Kylian Mbappe, and it's 2-1 to Rizzi.
It's really refreshing to see Rizzi actually find his feet in the game, and I think he's managed to observe what his opponent looks like and what he does, and that once again, impenetrable defense. He found all the holes, he found all the gaps, and now we're seeing a different side to Rizzi. Like you said, those last 20 minutes, that's where the game changes. That's when you finally realize what you need to do for you to be able to get the results that you want. And in this situation, Rizzi coming in with that very aggressive play style, just making sure that all of his players are at the front, and he's just taking as many shots as he possibly can.
Yeah, you can see there, and when he doesn't have the ball, he doesn't rush into challenges, and that could be a penalty, and it is a penalty. And Nkomo has a chance to redeem himself and equalize from the spot, and it's going to be Robert Lewandowski to take the penalty.
Let's see if he manages to get it in. We already see the cursor in which direction he's looking to go, but is he going to be able to manage and getting it in the top right corner? It looks like a miss, and he just completely blunders it. The one opportunity that he actually had to equalize it and get his foot back into the game, he blunders it.
What a poor penalty from the Ballon d'Or candidate of 2021, Robert Lewandowski. We know that in real life he doesn't miss those, but unfortunately for Nkomo Dek, he couldn't convert that one.
Missing out on a very key opportunity. Maybe he might be able to bounce back. Bayern München back on the attack. He might be able to get it back. He's only got 5 minutes left. We're not too sure about extra time as to how much he's going to get extra on the clock, but hopefully Rizzi might be able to just land one more goal, just sealing the deal, knowing how to use that right analog stick. Like I said again, perfect with the skills. Not too many people in the back, so he might just be able to finesse it in, but unfortunately gets interrupted there by a very strong defense. We might just be able to see something. Oh, I think the way I see it, Rizzi is a bit more aggressive on the defending now, which is costing him, therefore giving him that penalty opportunity that he gave to Nkomo. He might be able to do something here, but not necessarily. I think we've almost run out of time.
In games like these, if you are Rizzi, you need to be wary of the time and game management. You don't need to go in, as we see him using the player lock there to his advantage, but unfortunately he can't find a way through. He's trying to go in, but the defense is still keeping him at bay, and the game is over.
And that wraps up the game. 2-1 to Rizzi. Nkomo unfortunately taking the loss in that game, my friend. What an intense game that we just witnessed. What a beautiful game. I wanted to say it earlier, but we just watched some class FIFA gameplay right there.
That's some class FIFA gameplay, some class attack, and some class defending as well. I think Rizzi, having scored that goal, he should have made more of the game. But yeah, it was a good performance from both Nkomo Dek and Rizzi.
And especially with the current state of the log, you're seeing that the differentiator at this point is the goal difference. So you really want to get as many goals as possible, and you really want to concede as little as possible. So I really like that effort of Rizzi in the end, still trying to go for that extra goal, even though he's won, but he's not playing it safe and he's not taking his time. He's still trying to get those goals in so that he can just make sure that he gets that goal difference to a higher rate. This way he can actually differentiate himself from the other players at this stage.
Yeah, and he played very well. Attacking wise, he played very well. Defensively, he wasn't really tested as much, but for those two chances, the goal and the penalty, fortunately for him, the penalty didn't go in. But on other days, that's why he needs to brush up those against the better opponents. Chances like that, you're not going to get away with them.
Can't squander those ones. And I think when we started off the game, Nkomo really had a tight defense. You couldn't get in. You could see that Rizzi was struggling, always playing outside of the box, trying to get it in, and he couldn't do it. From your perspective, what do you think may have gone wrong? Because since that moment, 2 goals he managed to concede, but we saw a very tight defense. What do you think went wrong in that situation?
I think in a game of FIFA, sometimes when you've got that rigid defense, 5 at the back, and 2 CDM standing and protecting the 3 at the back, you really need skill moves. And we saw there with the usage of Ousmane Dembele, who is a 5-star skiller, and we saw a couple of La Croquetas and the Elasticos there. Those were the ones that made the difference for him to be able to score. So sometimes when you are dropping back your defense and making sure that you keep your defense compact, sometimes it can still be penetrated by skill moves, and I think that was the difference today.
And I want to give a shout out to Rizzi, because he really saw that he couldn't get in and he had to change his play style a little bit. He couldn't do what he normally does. That's when we started seeing more skills come in, and we started seeing him trying to adapt to the situation, because you can't just simply be okay with not being able to get into the defense and still maintaining it. I mean, the pressure was on Nkomo the whole time. The whole time Rizzi's on him, trying to get those goals in, trying to get those shots on on target, but also taking his time with the skills and making sure that those key skills that get him through that defense, those are the ones that he makes count, and that's where the goals come in.
Yeah, and I did like the defense of Nkomo in the first half. You know, not going in, making those rush challenges, because when you try to rush into a challenge, that's when you open the gaps, and he didn't do that. But unfortunately, when you're faced with skillers like Ousmane Dembele and I saw a Ben Yedder there, who is a two-footed player, sometimes it becomes difficult to guess where the player is gonna go. I make reference to the second goal, I think, where he hit that fake shot into the La Croqueta and hit it onto the goalkeeper's right. That's unpredictability inside the box, and sometimes you can just keep them at bay, for so long, and then until it cracks, and you can't do anything about that.
Yeah, correct. And I mean, again, just want to touch on a classy game. I think we could analyze it for days. Again, in the game of FIFA, that's what I love to see. Seeing multiple individuals come in with their different play styles, different skill sets, and trying to see how these two pair up with each other. But again, we saw a very good game, and I think we're going to switch over to our co-hosts that are going to be taking you guys into the next game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay right there, and we'll be right back.
What can we say, man? What can we say, guys?
We can just chant Reezy.
Yeah.
Reezy the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
I will.
yeah, you
If
will
want,
definitely. I
will.
mean, yeah, you're a Reezy fan, definitely. I saw the first day when you saw Orna, man. This boy's got something.
Yeah, he's got skills, so
Yeah.
we must give them flowers while they still can smell them type of vibes.
Yeah, and like the two other gentlemen said, you know, it was a very classy game. You know, I like the way they broke it down, man. Hey, I had La Croqueta, fella, Gutile La Croqueta, but yeah, I was watching the match, man, and
you heard something.
Yeah.
Yeah, now like
yeah, no, now Ukla next.
but it was a good match
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah, definitely, man. A great comeback from Reezy, you know, getting those 2 goals, and that, you know, that last goal, you know, a bit shaky, but he finally got it in the back of the net, you know, and which is possibly gonna, that win, that W is gonna.
Hey, Nkomo tried. You know, one is something.
Yeah.
At least it's not a nil. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
he tried.
Nkomo
Reezy
started
came
strong.
through, guns blazing.
Yeah.
So
He started strong, which I thought he was gonna dominate the match. He started dominating. Bravo.
I think sometimes you start off, you know, going hard like, yeah, I can
Yeah.
do this, and you think after one goal,
Yeah, after one goal, you just complacency, guys. Yeah. Yeah,
it's not
just a
really
reminder to the people, this is a tournament, guys. You don't have this thing of being comfortable. Angeke isipane, guys. Play like you're playing your last game. That's how you guys should be playing. Play like you're playing like your last game. Every game you're playing should be like, hey, your last day on earth. If you really want that top prize.
Well, then that means Rizikhe, he was all hands on deck,
Yeah.
anyway. Because, hey,
Yeah, not the Reezy I know. For like the first 20 minutes, he was a bit slow. I don't know, maybe he was studying the opponent.
maybe he was, because it's good to study your opponent
Yeah.
and see how and after the first goal, you kind of can see how does he get to actually scoring that goal.
Yeah.
And then you go ahead to
Definitely, like the skill, that Ramona, like the 1-2, and then finally, you know, dodging him, like one of our co-hosts said. He said, you know, using those front players to, you know, scale, you know, to be skillful in the front, and then finally, you know, just breaking that tough defense. Because Bayern, guys, if you know Bayern, you know their defense is something else. And then just dizinyana, just to dizinyana. Hey, defender,
this has kind of, you know, pushed Reezy up the log. So, hooray! I think
Yeah.
I stand.
Yeah, and yeah, just to clarify on that, I think he moved probably from like the 25th spot,
25s.
and he's probably going to make it into the top 16. And yeah, man, it's going to be very interesting, guys. Like we said, it's still
Anything can
very,
happen,
yeah, it's still very early. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, man. Yeah, and next time I think you should register, and we wanna see you play.
Hey, okay,
Yeah.
I would register, but then
She calls herself the Grand Wizard, guys, of FIFA.
wow, no,
Now she's acting humble now for the cameras,
I
of
am
course.
not acting humble. I never said that I am. I just said I just know and feel it in my bones,
in her
and
bones.
my muscles, that I can actually beat you. Like, you know,
Yeah, we'll leave
in
it there.
Kaba a 5-0 type of a situation, right?
Okay.
No, we could have that happening.
Who knows? Who knows? Maranaki Mutaba, guys. I've seen her play and she's something else. And yeah, man.
Well, before we wrap up, I am sure on the screen you can see some ads. And if you know you feel like it's time for me to upgrade,
Yeah, bo.
you know, to
Umbona
kind of a
alright,
different
man.
phone.
Yeah.
Boma, when I picture
Some people are still using that TV with the
Oh,
them kokotlo there. Aye, man. No, guys.
Upgrade, guys, upgrade.
Yeah.
And if you are looking to do or make that upgrade,
Yeah.
do head on over to Vodacom World. It's
Yeah.
battle sort.
But now sota monate fela with nice screens, nice everything, guys. Play FIFA. Maybe some of you are losing because you're still playing on those old TVs now, guys. Abone hantle una no ku teaming like kanto umona ubona di stars out we are just confused. Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah.
Vodacom World can
Yeah.
help you out.
Yeah.
So got
Yeah.
to-do listing
Yeah.
now. Mantende yatla no
Yeah.
dilas. So hey.
Yeah, so check out Vodacom World, guys, here in Midrand. If you wanna, you know, you can even come and look around. Wabo. Just come and see. Yeah, I saw some fancy technological stuff.
Yes.
Hey, you know, it's deep,
I
too
saw
deep for
one
my
that
liking.
kind of made you look back.
Yeah, already. This is yeah. But anyways, guys, yeah, I think we'll leave it there.
Yep.
Anything else? Nothing else.
Anything else? Social media, interact.
Interact with us, guys. Yeah, hit those like buttons, follow, guys, subscribe as well, guys.
Share,
Yeah.
retweet.
Yeah.
What else? Other names are there? Save the post.
Screenshot if you can't save. Yeah, well, that's
You
Instagram.
can save on Instagram. You can.
I didn't know that. Okay.
And just for any other updates, do head on over to Ekasi Esports, the website.
Yeah.
And you can get the whole enchilada of whatever that you may
Yonke.
feel like you need. Emo.
Danke. And until next time, guys, from Ekasi to the world. Danko.